There's been a lot of great questions today from entrepreneurs saying, Brian, what can we do? What can we do? First of all, we must strengthen the economy. When we strengthen the economy, it strengthens all things. And I had a great guest on the show the other day, Luke Johnson, one of the founders of Pizza Express. And I've had countless numbers of entrepreneurs, economists from Imperial College. I've had people in the hospitality sector. I had Steve McNamara of the London Taxi Drivers Association, a union of 18,000 black taxi drivers. They all came to me and they said, Brian, we've got to find a way to get back to work. Steve McNamara said, my drivers are struggling from mental health. I take a cab home every night. They said, Brian, you're my first job of the night. You know, I can barely survive here and I'm going crazy at home. Got to find a way to get London back to work. And I agree with all these people. I had John Graham from the Theaters Trust that said, Brian, we can safely get our theaters back. I have a solution, but our government won't let us do it. I'm here to find solutions. And I believe that if we can give a timetable of how we get out of this crisis, we can allow our business people to start investing in the economy now. They need a roadmap out, and it's so crucial. And the truth is there are 6 boroughs in the capital right now: Newham, Haringey, Barnet, Brent, Hounslow, and Waltham Forest. They've all suffered a double whammy of the highest levels of furloughed workers here in the UK, and that's going to turn into unemployed workers unless we solve these issues right now with our economy. Again, this lockdown hurts the lower income areas worse than anything else, and it's the untold story, and it's something that we need to talk about right now. And Lambeth Council, where I am right now, recently an article says that it has, quote, one hell of a job coming, according to a leader there in the council, as it hears of a £42.7 million overspend following the COVID-19 response. We've got boroughs in this city that are struggling. And I'm literally on the ground right now in Lambeth, and they're suffering from a £43 million overspend because of COVID, and there's no end in sight. I really feel for these councils that are struggling, and that's why I'm going to every single one of the 32 boroughs in this city, and I want to hear your challenges and I want to offer solutions. But let's be honest, getting London back to work is the one move that will help strengthen everything I'm talking about. It's going to provide strength to our communities, to our families, to our transport structure, to our health infrastructure. It's going to provide even solutions to some of our knife crime issues. I have got 12 detailed policies that go in down to the letter of how we can solve these problems. But again, we've got to start with the economy, and that is the first thing we're going to do. So I want to go to your comments last. I'm hearing police sirens behind me, and honestly, folks, we could be pulled over at any point right now. They could stop us, they could detain us, they could arrest us, they could find me again. You know, it's difficult what we're doing right now, but we believe in the democratic process. We believe in free and fair elections. But the truth is we are ready right now to be arrested. I'm ready to go to jail right now if it means preserving your right to choose and your right for democracy. If you don't know anything about your candidates, then how can you actually have a free and fair election on May 6th? So we're taking our chances out here, but we're going to keep doing this every single day, going to every single borough of London. I want to finish off with some final questions to you, and I want to thank Lambeth for having us. Tell me, what borough do you live in, and what question would you like me to ask when I come and visit you? Next, do you think it was right for the police to detain us, to fine us, and to ban us from campaigning, and do you think the move was political? Third, do you think that free and fair elections should be allowed to take place on May 6th, and why? And finally, do you think we need new leadership, new vision, and a new direction for London? I want to go to your comments right now. I'm just trying to check and make sure we're not being pulled over right now. We're not. Seems like we're okay for now. But again, we know the police are watching us, but we, like I said, believe that we are following the letter of the law. Again, watch and go read my 5-page letter we've sent to all the police commissioners. You can go see it on my Instagram feed right now. But again, our legal team has said that we are doing the right thing. We are following the letter of the law. We have a COVID secure bus. And again, it's your right to free and fair elections. So I'm going to these final questions from you and getting your comments here. Got a great one here. I've got the City Cyclist on Instagram that's saying, definitely the man for the job. That's Brian for mayor, and I appreciate you coming in here and saying that right now. Got some other great comments here. I got Ms. Deanne Smith that just said, volunteered to help you become mayor. So thank you so much. If you go to brianformayor.london, you can volunteer. You can share our pages. You can tell your friends about us. The truth is this is going to have to be a community effort. This is going to have to be a group effort. The only way we're going to change London is to do it together. I need you to share this video with your friends and family. I need you to comment below. I need you to tell them about the ideas that we have here. Tell them what we're doing. And I need your help to make sure that the police don't stop and the politicians don't stop us from broadcasting from this digital battle bus. I've got Claire Bell on Instagram that says, my mom suffers from depression and she has been completely forgotten by mental health services. Right now, I'm struggling to help her. And the truth is, the mental health crisis, it's very dangerous right now. And the reason is because our government hasn't given us a destination. They haven't told us where we're going. It's first February 15th we're locked down to. Then it's Easter. Then the pubs won't open till May. And then today our prime minister said maybe schools are closed until the summer. That uncertainty is really bad for our mental health. We've got to stop that now. Our mental health is everything right now. A couple more comments coming through here. I'm going to wrap this up. We got Ronan Murray. 123 on Instagram saying, having 2 children and homeschooling is taking its toll. I noticed that my youngest child is suffering. Ronan, it's a great point. And any parents right now, please leave me your comments below. The stress of having to work from home as a parent and having your children having to homeschool at the same time, I mean, it's probably impossible. And yet our politicians seem to think that it's okay. Lockdown is not okay, because it forces us to deal with situations that are untenable. It's not going to be viable. Every day it's very difficult to do this. We need a roadmap out. We need a safe way to get back to work. Last comment here from Shane Fox on Instagram says, since Khan has been in, there has been a lot less events and socials for schools and disadvantaged children. Would you bring back these events? Again, we've got to find solutions to get people back to work, but we have to do it in a COVID safe and secure manner. So I am open for all those things, but let's look at the science. Let's make a proportionate response to the virus as opposed to this blunt instrument where we just lock down everything. I don't think that's the solution. And again, finally, I want to end on this note. Our politicians, they are there to innovate, to find solutions for us, but they're not doing this right now. All they do is they lock down, lock down, lock down. They use fear as a weapon to control us. It affects our mental health. It's ruining our economy. It's dwindling our savings. And it's time for a change right now. And so we need new leadership. We need to take London in a new direction. And we've got to do that together. I appreciate everybody for tuning in live with me here. Again, you can see we're literally out here on the road in your borough. I want to thank the Borough of Lambeth for having us today. Again, such an iconic borough, so many incredible people here, but also so many challenges here on the ground, so many struggles, and it feels like a lot of you are being ignored by the current mayor. There's real issues here when it comes to knife crime. There's real issues here when it comes to affordable housing, and there's real issues here when it comes to the economy. During lockdown, you are affected much more than some of our more affluent boroughs, and that needs attention from the mayor. Again, with leadership, we can turn this around quickly. But if we don't take action, then you're going to get 3 more years of these current policies, and I don't think anyone wants that. So let's have free and fair elections on May 6th. If it's by post, that's fine. But let's make sure that all parties can go out there and campaign to make sure that you have your democratic right to vote. I call on the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, Liberal Democrats, the Green Party to all join with me and demand that we have the right to campaign and that we make sure free and fair elections come into place. I don't know what to do next. Maybe we have to call the UN in with their white helmets to stand on every corner to make sure that free and fair elections are happening. I know that's usually reserved for third world countries, but when they're stopping a candidate like me from going out there and campaigning in a COVID-safe manner, something strange is going on. We will not accept that, which is why we're out here on the road. We're putting everything on the line for you as the citizen.